Okay, I don't see anybody here yet, but I'm sure somebody will come along, and hopefully you'll figure out what I'm doing, because I won't be talking to the camera so much as I will be just digging. See, one person has come in. Hello, whoever you might be. Um, Thanks for stopping in. I'm just getting set up to go bottle digging this morning. I was out here yesterday on this site and dug quite a good pit. Got things started. The camera mounts came in today, so let me switch the camera around. I'll head over to the site where I'm working at it, and then I'll come back and get my oh, I can't switch over because I've got these stupid things in the way. Sorry about that, guys. You know what? Let me just take it out of here for the moment. It's going to be switched around once I get set up. So it'll be the front-facing camera so I can see if people are commenting on what you're saying. So down here on this creek, I started out here yesterday. This is my buddy's house. And there's a cardinal up there giving a call. So I started over here yesterday. And as you see, I got quite a bit of stuff out. Some bottles and such. And moved a little bit of dirt. There's some really cool stuff coming out. But, oh, Joe left me a bucket for the broken stuff. Cool. Alright. So this is where we're working today. And I just got to go get the rest of my gear so I can get set up. Oh, watch out that I don't get a piece of glass through my foot. Check this out. There's a hinge going out of the bottom of this tree. It's pretty wild. Alright, we're going to switch the camera up and set it up. And let's see if I can set it up this way. There's some really neat stuff coming out. Unfortunately, a lot of it's been broken. I did get a few good bottles. I got that pan yesterday. And there's a bunch of short videos coming up for the better stuff. I got 4 pieces of silverware out yesterday. So let me see if I can figure out how to set this up. Oh, look, that might work. We'll keep it on the reverse camera. Yeah, look at that. I get to hear the babbling brook behind me, and it's going to be a cooker today. Up into the 80s today. So we'll have to be diligent to drink our water. See if I can get this thing to set up. Haven't used this tripod in a while, but it should work okay. Just one of those little portable tripods. Alright. As long as I can. Yeah, I think that's it. Alright guys, so we're gonna set you up above. He sent me another bucket out here. Good deal. We'll be able to clean up a little bit better today. So this bottle dump goes all the way down the creek bed. And we'll just have to figure out what we've got out here and just kind of work at it a little at a time. As I pull stuff out, I'll show you what I've got. And I am going to shoot a little bit of sorry about that. I'm going to shoot a little bit of short videos while we're doing this. I think that'll be okay. It'll look okay to you guys. I'll be back. Alright guys, we're gonna get into it. Oh, I see we got a few people here. Hey Pat. Adventures with Pat Paw. Hang on a second, I just hopped in, saw somebody was there. What do we got? I am Pat Paw. Welcome. On lunch break. Lunch break. Cool. So I'm working in this little area for a bottle pit, and gonna see what I can pull out today. Yesterday worked out pretty good. I got some, I hope you guys can see me, although I don't know if you can, and I can't tell, so try to tip that up a bit, maybe. Alright guys, so yeah, I started in here yesterday, and there's lots of broken glass, you know, and that's, you always expect broken glass in the bottle pits. Window pane glass, a little bit of iron, some cool pieces of china, jelly jars. I don't really care much for jelly jars, but there they are. If you can see that, you should be able to see that. We're gonna let that one go. It does have a little writing. Actually, that one might be old. It says February 23rd, 15. So that would be 1915. So, we'll get into this and see what we can get out of here. Like I say, I started this yesterday. I did get a marble yesterday, which was kind of nice. And a couple of nice bottles, sodas. Lots of broken glass. My buddy left me some buckets to throw the broken glass into. Get rid of it. We'll try to keep it a little cleaner going along. I found this yesterday. It's such a shame it was broken because I think that would have been a humongous, well, would have been a big bottle. It's too bad it was broken, but that's what happens. And then this stuff here, this stuff over here is all copper wire coming out, like out of an old motor or something. So, I remember where I was working at. Get back into it. I've had a few little porcelain things come out too. A porcelain knob for like a drawer pull, and a porcelain dog. There's more of that copper wire just meshed up in there. No idea what that's all about. There's a bottle right there, or something. That's a little bottle like a, let's see, Frossenburg, New York. Maybe a baby food. Baby food. But still really in the earlier, early 1900s kind of stuff. Oh, we got a buckle. Yeah, we got a buckle. Or part of a lock, maybe. Maybe it's a piece of a lock. Yep, it's a piece of a lock. Old gold. An old gold lock. That's pretty cool. Set that right over here for now. I'm going to try to move that camera down so I can see you and you can see me. I need to turn it around. Go to the other side so I can see who's there. We'll look up that lock company later. I'm a little limited where I can move this to because I've got I've had to put it on a little mini portable charger. See if we can turn the camera around. There we go. Hi guys. And then we'll remount it. Bear with me here while we get this remounted. I don't even know if I'll be able to see that, but it should help us to see what's going on down in here. All right. Give that a try for a minute. At least I'll be able to show you a little better what's coming up. So that right there, that's a piece of an old lock. It says old gold. That's kind of neat. I don't think I've ever seen one quite like it. That's cool. I'll set that right there. Keep going. Tree roots are terrible in here, but you know, you gotta expect that. There's something right there. Piece of a plate. A little piece of an orange plate. Put that in the bucket. Oh, that's what it was. There's a big chunk of metal right here. It's divoted. I don't know what that is. That was what I was trying to get out yesterday. I did get a kind of a license plate, or part of one, from 1916. And the property owner really liked that, so we gave that to him yesterday. A piece of a plate. Nothing on it. A piece of a plate. Card. Oh, big round, big round. Oh, it's broken. It would have been like a candy dish. It's all fancy on the top. Too bad that's broken. Candy dish. Guys, Kim might not be in today. She's having a procedure. And so she might be incapacitated for the bulk of today. But feel free to talk amongst yourselves. It's more of that copper wire. That'll probably away. Now, later on, we will swing the metal detector over top of this dirt and see if we've missed an item. Oh, I did find a marble out here yesterday. It was kind of cool. Find a marble coming out. Shave this in a bit, see what we got up top. Let me get to this iron piece that's in here. I don't know what it is. It might be something. That's a little bit of red brick. No big deal there. Red brick is a common thing up here. And probably everywhere. They used to make the chimneys out of red brick. Here's a couple bottles that came out yesterday. This says the J.R. Watkins Company. That's a nice bottle. And of course we got a mason jar. Does have a bad crack in it, but this is a quick seal mason. There. Got a little milk of magnesia, blue. That's pretty. We pulled a couple of these. I think these were wine bottles. No embossing. A little bit of writing on the bottom, but nothing identifiable. So we did get a little bit of something with bottles yesterday. In there. More copper wire. Lots of copper wire. Yeah. I might get a few bucks out of that. I get enough of it. Making my way back, there's an edge right there. There's something iron. Let's see if I can get to it. I'm gonna bury it and uncover it again. get these dang tree roots out of the way. They're everywhere. A good edge showing. I hope it's something neat. I pulled the pan out of here yesterday, like a, I don't know, like a chamber pot. But it's a metal one. So, not super old. Oh, look, there's some more old nice copper there. That's heavy copper. Heavy copper wire. That to the copper pile. Not yet. It takes more uncovering. Get that wire out. I might have fallen into somebody's recycling area or scrapping area. That would be cool. Did that in Florida a little while back, a few years ago, and made $150 in scrap brass. This stuff is like matted down, but it's all copper. All copper wire coming out of there. Just droves of copper wire. We'll definitely be able to cash that in this year, for sure. Piece of broken mason, I think. Another piece of broken china. It had a little bit of paint on it. I don't know if you can see that on there or not. Bits and bobs, you know. Oh, there's another chunk of copper. Crazy. All this copper wire stuck in the ground over here, but big metal there. Looks like part of a gear. Coming up. Let's see if we can get to that. Oh, I think we got something right there, but I don't know what it is. It almost looks like the tree root grew through something. Kind of weird. Oh, there we go. Just pop that piece. What is that? What is that? Big iron something. Definitely part of a motor. There. A big old chunk of motor or something. Check that up there for now. Whatever this iron is, it's shallow. That might be a high fan? Might be a high fan. That's a roller. Oh, I know what this is. This is not tree. This is a roller out of a washing machine, I think, or something. of that nature. It's a roller of some sort. And right through there. Got a tree root blocking me. I'm getting it out. That's the end of it. There we go. It's coming out. Yep, that's an old roller of some sort. That's pretty wild. I don't know what it's off from, but put that up out of the way. The house we're working at was built in the 1820s, so the trash here could be back to as far as the 1820s, maybe further back. All of the houses in this area are older, old. Some here in the early 1700s. Big. There's some size to it. A big old tree root on it. I'm gonna break off that tree root. Nope, I'm gonna have to dig under it, I guess. Dig under. That orange plate stuff I keep finding. Somebody really liked orange here. I'm gonna pull it too hard. I'm trying not to put my backside to the camera. And some water. Just popped out a little medicine. A tiny medicine. A tiny medicine bottle. I see what's going on. Copper wire wrapped around the tree root. A nice piece of copper wire there. Fill that with the copper. Continue on. It's really warm out here today, guys. I'm dripping. Whoa, there goes the bottle. I'm dripping. The sweat is just pouring off in here. Fill that one down there. I think this is a pie pan. Comes. That's an old pie pan, guys. Check that out. That's cool. Neat. You go chink iron. Excuse me. A piece of a broken orange plate. Crazy. Crazy orange plates, man. This is the special stuff right here. Alright, let's keep going here. Leave it from the top. Bring it down, see what we got. Like I said, yesterday I found 2 forks and 2 spoons. One of those forks was stolen. That was pretty sweet. Plastic. Don't know how far back this thing goes either, so we'll poke around and see what we can find. I'm probably not doing this the right way. There's probably a right way to do this, but I don't know. I figure you just get in there and get it the best you can. Get around till you see a piece of glass and hope it's not broken. A little bit of char in here, so they probably had a fire pit going and burned their trash. That was the thing up here. Even when I was a kid, this was the thing, to burn your trash. Oh, here, check out all this copper I've gotten so far. This crazy copper wire. Some mountain of copper wire. It's that angel hair fine copper wire. Like out of old motors or something. Yeah, it's crazy heavy. Not heavy, but crazy amount of copper wire. Throw that out of the way. I've yet to find an intact porcelain lid. Might move locations. This seems to be peeling out from yesterday. I did get a lot of bottles, but I'm not finding too much right now. Let's see here. This came out yesterday. There's a beer, old beer bottle, a shorty, and that big old wine bottle. Check that up there. And of course the blue bottle. That up there. I think we're gonna leave this one because it's got a big crack in it. That's a Mason. I'm gonna leave that one down here. Let's try to move over to the other side. Oh, and a big beer. That's a beer. That's how you get a real beer going. If I drank all of this in one sitting, I would be totally smashed. You guys would enjoy it, but until I got driving. And then the J.R. Watkins Company. That's kind of cool. Oh, nope. It's not cool anymore. I broke it. Oh, well. It was cool for a minute. Just a minute, though. I guess you got to be careful where you throw your bottles to. Alright, I'm going to set this back here so I've got a place to load trash into. We're going to move down a little bit. Where's that camera? Oh my god. It's so freaking hot out here. I am just cooking. I have to go get more water soon. We're going to go to the other side of this tree and see what else we can find. There were a few neat bottles that came out, like this one here. That's kind of a neat bottle. Nice patterns, but it's not old. I don't know what it is. Lots of olive jars and pickle jars and that kind of crap. Let's go ahead and move the camera to the other side. And I've got to go get some more water. And this is a hammer. At the top of a hammer. The head. It's all rusty and crusty, but that's what that would have been, a hammer. Alright. Now, however I set this up, I have to make sure I keep the hot spot in the shade, because if it overheats, well, we won't have internet, it'll shut off. Alright. So we're going to start over on this side. Set this up right here. Go get some shade to the hot spot. Well, maybe we'll set it up. Oh, almost got it. Look at that. Just like magic. Alright, I'm going to grab a bucket to set there. Put some shade on that. Keep that in the shade. I've got to run up to get some more water. More the water and the coffee. Coffee isn't very good for you, but I'll be back in a minute, guys. I'm going to turn the camera around, camera view around, and let you watch the creek running. It's really pretty over here. There's that. Turn it around. And if I get too hot, I can always get in the creek with the leeches. Yeah, man. I don't know. There's a big hole there. Jim, I won't stand up. I'll rock into it. Oh, there you go. Alright, guys. I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to get some water. Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry that took me a minute. I had a phone call while I was up at the van. So, I'll get you spun back around now. And, I'll, say hello. Here I am. I'm back again. Sorry about that. Alright, guys. So, I started working this area yesterday, but then was concerned about this big old tree over here falling down. The property owner said he doesn't care. He kind of like it to come down. So, we're going to work at digging around this thing. It is cooking hot out here today. So, let's see what we got. Digging in. Now, last year I was here trying to metal detect this area, and I did find a couple of old compacts and snuff boxes. So, they threw everything over the bank here, and we'll see what we can find. Maybe there's nothing. Maybe there's something cool. We'll see. I'll work at it as long as I can stand it. It is cooking out here today. And we'll go further down the creek. Yeah. Rock. And Joe did say he did look at this a little bit. Maybe. And he built a little rock wall to keep all the crap from falling into the creek. So, right there. There's an old bottle top right there. Yeah, holy moly. That's a big old tree there. I don't know which half of the garbage dump. I've got a spot I can get you into. Down the diamond. Guys, I'm going to shut this off. I'm not feeling well. I need to take a break and go throw myself in the creek for a bit. If I find anything good later, I'll bring you back. Thanks for hanging out with me for the last hour or so. Sorry it wasn't more eventful, but that's how it goes sometimes, you know. Hi, Mona. Oh my gosh, I didn't even know you were here. Welcome, buddy. Cynthia Swearingen. Nice to see you guys here. Thank you for coming in. Let's see, it says, dig it up, shouldn't take more than a year. Probably take more than that. PD Sandigger was here, thank you. We will be, oh, those popping noises you hear in the background, that's not a gun. That's beer cans exploding. There's a whole case or like 30 or 50 or 100 cases of beer out here that has been exploding for the last couple of days. It's kind of funny. Anyway, I'm sitting right here next to the creek. It's really sweet. And that's where I'm going to go. I'm going to go down by the water. I don't really have a place to set the camera up just yet, but we'll see if we can find something. I'm dripping in sweat. I've only been out here an hour. It's a bad sign. It is beautiful here. Thank you, Mona. Yeah, you know, I should probably not be, but I'm trying to find ways to be active so that I don't get inactive. As some of you know, I'm having some health issues this year, and I haven't talked about it too much because it's just not good stuff. But Cynthia Swearingen is going to be a guest on my live stream on Friday night, and I don't have a pool to get into. I'm not in Florida anymore, so no swimming pools. Mona, I'm in New York State. You'll be here. You'll be where? There's no swimming pool. Go lay in the creek, says Cynthia. Yeah, that creek water is probably about 38 degrees right now. I probably don't want to lay in there very long. Well, here, we'll just take a little walk and go sit by the creek, and I'll with you lovely ladies for a minute or two and try to find a shady spot to work in the bottle dumps. So, Yeah, this whole bottle dump area goes all the way down the creek bed, all along this edge. The previous owner of this property, almost went in the creek there. That rock just didn't want to stay still. The previous owner here told the new owner, don't dig very deep because they buried half the farm out here. So there's bottle dumpage everywhere. The other thing we've got to worry about now is snakes. It's spring here in New York State, and there are snakes everywhere. Whoops, almost wiped out there too. Slate is very slick when it gets wet or muddy. It's a nice little shady spot. Ah. All right, I'm gonna just sit down here for a minute, soak up the shade. Ah, there it is. Yeah, so yeah, I'm just making the best of it out here. It is pretty here. Some of you have heard about Steve Jr. So I've been out metal detecting a couple of times with Steve Jr. and found a few buttons, and a couple days ago I got not a Croto bell, but a jingle bell. So later, probably 1920s, 1930s, Steve Jr. really liked it, so I gave it to them. And at some point, Steve Jr. might come out and do some bottle digging. There's a short for it. It just came out, I think, yesterday. The short for the Jingle Bell came out. What's up I found? It's been slow this year. You know, there was no freeze here this year. The ground never fully froze. They had a really mild winter. Kind of like Florida, was really hot and there was a hurricane right after I got back in November. So because the ground didn't freeze, the ground didn't thaw. And if the ground doesn't thaw, then it doesn't heave. And if it doesn't heave, then it becomes like really dense. The colonial cornfield, I'm out of that now until the fall. Because it's been so warm, they're planting earlier this year. So they have already started planting that property. They're putting in alfalfa, so I can't go back out there. I do have a few fields that are going to be corn, and I'll be able to get out and do that. I don't know if there are wildfires here or not, but it has been up until about a week ago. Like right before I got here, they had torrential downpours. And at Steve Jr.'s place, the basement flooded 4 feet deep. A lot of water. And then all that water settled into the ground and just made it even more compressed. So digging the colonial cornfield was really difficult this year. Yeah, Cynthia. That storm here was going on in West Virginia when I was there. Just a day before day after my trip down the goat path from hell. And yeah, some of you did get to see that. I apologize for my language in that particular live stream because, well, it was really bad. Because it was a goat path. It was a forestry road is what I wound up on. That's not maintained, and and then the road eventually ended in a creek. It came down to a creek, and it was a nightmare getting back out. But I did. I'm grateful for that. Yeah, it wasn't that I was mad, Mona. It was that I was terrified. Absolutely terrified that I was going to back up too far and wind up in the creek, or not be able to get turned around. And then when I did get turned around, the drive out was just horrifying. Everything that was sitting on my cabinet in the cab, well, everything there went flying to the back. And my little table, which sits alongside of the cabinet, it went flying to the back, and my refrigerator lifted off and flew to the back of the van. Like, everything was flying. It was crazy. But I did eventually get out. I got off the goat path from hell, and I learned that when Melissa gives me directions, I should only listen to those directions, not the GPS, which told me to turn on this road. And I thought maybe it was a shortcut. Hey, Messy Hole, how you doing? It's just, is that James or Rebecca there? So, guys, as you see, I'm not bottle digging now. How fast was I going? Going down the hill, I was only going like 12 or 15 miles an hour. Coming back up the hill, I was doing 35 to 40. I was flying. I got stuck at one point, my tire was spinning on wet rocks. So I had to back up and give it a juice and gas. And then, you get going up those things, and you don't want to stop, because if you stop, it might be over with. At one point, the van was, the rear tires were spinning on mud, and the rear end of the van was sliding away towards the creek. It was an you guys have to, if you haven't seen it, the live stream, I retitled it GPS Wrong Directions, Goat Path from Hell. Go watch it. It is, afterwards it was pretty funny, but at the time it was not so funny. Messy Hole, it almost always is James. Rebecca doesn't usually get on live streams or watch videos. Okay, hey James, welcome. I never know, because, like most of the time I don't even know who people are. I have issues, I've got old age issues. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen that video, you have to, you should go watch it. It's a good laugh. It's a good laugh now. It wasn't such a good laugh then. But, yeah, GPS gone wrong. Goat Path from Hell. This road was so bad. Like, and then when I talked to Melissa, that's from the Clark's Cove, she said, "Oh, Dennis, we'll meet you at the corner of whatever road it was, and with the side-by-side, and we'll guide you up into the property." She said, "But, we go down that road 55, and I'm driving down this road before it turned into a dirt path, saying, oh my God, I can't believe they drive 55 miles an hour on this road." And then the road got really bad. And I repeated that several times because, and then I called her. And I'm so glad I had cell service. I don't know how that happened, but I called her and I said, so I think I'm on the wrong road. And she said, really? Where are you, Dennis? I said, I'm on a Goat Path from Hell. It's a dirt road in the woods. With no house. There wasn't a house for 2 miles. So, if I had to walk back to get, they didn't even know if they could get a vehicle or anything down there to me if I couldn't get turned around. But again, thankfully I did get turned around and I did get out. But man, it was terrifying. And the next day I went for a side-by-side ride through the West Virginia mountains, and that was really cool. I spent a lot of time in the creek, and of course the side-by-side is made for that. But anyway, I'm going to end this stream. I thank you guys for coming in. I need to get out of the heat. I'm just dying here. It's so hot. But Friday night, 8:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Cynthia Swearingen will be a guest on my Around the Campfire with KCMD live stream. Thanks for coming in, everybody, and we'll see you again real soon. Uh-oh. I can't get my... There it goes. Bye, guys.